In this video, we will talk about the third developmental stage of a family, which is the family with children. During this stage, families face a range of developmental tasks, shaping parental roles, shifting attention to the child subsystem, and managing new vulnerabilities in the family system. We will look at the key challenges families with children encounter and how to support the healthy development of both the children and the whole family. When a couple has a child, they are confronted with the task of forming a maternal and paternal identity. This is a major change in self-concept and can be very stressful. Motherhood carries particular weight. The mother-child relationship is the very first relationship a person has and forms a cornerstone for later development. If you'd like to explore this topic more deeply, I suggest you look into Balbi. A mother's role starts forming during pregnancy as empathy and feelings for the baby develop. Parents have to increase their sensitivity to meet the child's needs, which also increases sensitivity, irritability, and stress between them. It helps if parents are aware of this in advance and approach the period with patience and trust. The mother offers a secure base and, especially early on, the main source of emotional regulation. A crucial part of motherhood and caregiving is the transmission of psychological contact between the mother and child. Acceptance, gentleness, but also unresolved emotions such as fear, anger, shame, sadness. By regulating both positive and negative feelings, the mother soothes her child's inner states. Because of the child's unconditional emotional responsiveness, they become completely dependent on the mother's way of regulating emotions and internalize the mother's unresolved feelings. Expectant mothers often ask what the best preparation for motherhood is. In my view, it's working on yourself and developing self-love. Ask yourself, how will I take care of myself when things get really tough? A mother has to regulate herself first. If a mother who feels unsettled inside tries to comfort her child, the child will pick up on it and won't come down. The father's role is shaped by many factors, including how much space the mother gives him in the relationship with the child. In the first year, the maternal role is at the forefront. In the second year, the paternal role becomes more central. This begins the process of integrating thinking and feeling. But don't forget, the father's influence starts during pregnancy too, albeit more indirectly. He shapes the family's whole social network, especially the quality of the mother-father relationship. We often say that distinguishing between the partner role and the parental role is a marker of emotional maturity. It requires emotional regulation, the capacity to stay with discomfort, take responsibility, and face one's inner world. If a person's needs were met in their family of origin, they are more likely to meet their own child's needs. The hardest part is giving your child something you yourself never received. That takes a lot of awareness and persistence. Vulnerability means risk to our inner experience. Parents will naturally try to avoid the vulnerability their child awakens in them. They may pour their energy into keeping things the same, which brings frustration and helplessness. But no defense will work the way it did before the child arrived. If defenses were only temporary coping strategies, the arrival of a child will break through them and touch the couple's vulnerability beyond their old defenses. If you find this interesting and want to go deeper, I suggest you read Firestone. Another key developmental task is emotional regulation, which is mainly the responsibility of the primary caregiver, which is usually the mother. Physical presence does not automatically mean responsiveness and emotional availability, and this can affect motherhood. A good enough mother is emotionally balanced herself, emotionally present, provides safety, response, and after a rupture finds a way back. So how does regulation between mother and child actually work? The key mechanism is translating bodily sensations into emotional, behavioral, and cognitive responses. It starts with the baby externalizing excitement or distress. The mother takes it in, holds it, transforms it, names it, and then returns it in a more digestible form. The baby receives this processed emotion as a new inner state and gains a sense that emotions are manageable. Gross describes different ways of regulating emotions. One is suppression, which would mean reducing emotional expression or hiding your feelings, and it's not a healthy mechanism. Suppression activates the emotional brain, especially the amygdala. It forms implicit memories and can interrupt connection with others. That's why it's so important for parents to recognize their child's emotions and respond with reappraisal instead, or some other healthy regulation method. Reappraisal is when you change the way you think about the situation to change how it makes you feel. For example, instead of getting angry when a child spills milk, you say it's just a small accident and a learning moment. Doing so calms the nervous system, increases awareness, and strengthens healthy emotional responses. Emotional dysregulation refers to different inflexible strategies like limited expression, poor control over intensity or duration, inability to integrate emotions, or difficulty thinking and talking about emotions. It's not the absence of emotions, but the inability to stay connected during intense bodily experience. This regulation can also cause dissociation, especially in the case of early or extreme trauma. Dissociation is a defense mechanism but has long-term costs because it cuts off connection with the body and feelings. Parenting and raising children is a major challenge for most parents. For those who are capable of self-reflection and willing to learn, it's possible to truly attune to a child's feelings in ways they themselves may never have experienced in their own families. This allows parents to address and resolve unresolved emotions from the past. For example, if anger was forbidden in their family of origin, the child may trigger exactly that emotion. Parents can then tolerate and validate this anger, working through their own past emotions, while also teaching the child how to manage and regulate these feelings effectively. One of the most important things in parenting, perhaps the most important, is the quality of the relationship between mother and father. If the partnership is a source of support, parents can share that security and compassion with their child. If it is a source of stress, they will unintentionally pass their unresolved feelings into the child's subsystem. Children will feel whatever is unresolved and unspoken between the parents. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new. Let me know what you think and don't forget to subscribe. See you soon.